Hey, good afternoon again. Can we start now? Again, good afternoon.
Good
Afternoon po.
afternoon po.
Good
Okay,
afternoon po, sir.
okay, good afternoon. So let's start. So this is the topic that medyo malas na topic kasi we tried na mag-demo na last time pero hindi tayo makapag-demo. Okay, pero this with Hana, with Bagyong Hana allows us to do this kasi extended yung time natin hanggang 3 o'clock, 'di ba? Dati pagdating ng 1 o'clock wala na tayong room na ginagamit pero for now, we have rooms, okay? So, I had the chance to make a demo para dito sa pag-create natin ng HTML document, okay? For now, I'm going to use a text editor, okay? Which is the name would be Sublime. Okay, you could go here sa website na 'to in order for you to download yung application. Saan yung chat? Yan. Ilagay ko na lang dyan sa chat. Yung link. Tapos, dito nyo i-download yung text editor na gagamitin nyo. Ma-install nyo dyan sa PC nyo. Pero for now, kahit na hindi pa man, so I'll just put it in the chat box para meron tayong yan. So, dyan kayo magda-download. Okay? So, this will be the interface of the website. So, may nakalagay dyan na download for Windows. So, you could download for the version for Linux, Mac, and I know most of you, the operating system that you are using is Windows. So, you have to select one here. Then, this would be our text editor. So, when I say text editor, this is where we write our code. Okay? So, we can write our code in Notepad. Okay rin naman. Pero yung medyo level up ng konti, lipat tayo na Sublime. Okay? So para medyo yung, as you can see in the screen right now, you can see the color formatting nung color para makita mo later on na magiging familiarize ka na pag nagbago kulay niyan, there is something wrong with your code. Okay? So sa Notepad, hindi yan nangyayari. So yun, kahit pa paano yun can help us determine whether we are on the right track or we forgetting something. Okay? Na bakit iba kulay niya? Supposed to be dapat ganito color niya. So yun, medyo makakatulong yun sa atin. Okay? So that is Sublime. Okay? Now, for the discussion, okay, this will be the reference that I'm going to use. So, nasa W3 Schools lang tayo dito. W3 Schools. So, lagay ko lang dun sa chat natin. Okay. Para alam nyo kung saan tayo kumuha ng mga reference natin. Sa chat. Then, para hindi ako balik-balik dito, ito rin yung sa PHP. Kasi hoping na ma-reach natin yung PHP within this day. Maikuha ko din na ma-discuss. Parang ayun yung mag-patch. Yan. Okay, nilagay ko na. Then, we're going to download another application. Pero later pa to ha. Later pa to. Ang i-download yung application is SAMP. Later pa to. So, SAMP stands for X. Sabihin naman ng X is cross-platform. This is packages composed of Apache, MySQL or MariaDB, PHP, and Perl. Okay, you have to go to this website in order for you to download yung version na balak mo i-download. Of course, it is for Windows, so click mo lang dito para ma-download mo na. Ngayon lang, nilalagay ko lang, kinukumpleto ko lang dito sa ano natin para hindi ako tagel-tagel. Para doon na lang ako lagi sa ano. sa lugar ko. Okay? So, that's it. Kompleto na tayo. Then, sabi ko nga, na-mention ko regarding Sublime kanina, yun yung ida-download nyo. And now, I'm going to use Sublime. Okay? So, this is Sublime. Sublime Text. Ito na siya. Yan. Yan yung itsura niya right after na ma-install mo siya. Okay? Now, in the meantime, I'm going to select File, then Save As. Then, kailangan ma-determine ko saan siya magpo-fall, saan siya babaksak na folder. So, I had to create another one para hindi tayo magkalituhan kasi marami ng folder na naka-create. So, folder. So, pangalan na lang natin siya ng AIS. Okay, then open. So, sa AIS natin ilalagay yung file natin. And this time, I would name this one which is index.html. Save. So, wala pa siyang laman. Nilagyan na kagad natin siya ng pangalan. Okay, lagyan na kagad natin siya ng pangalan. That is the reason kaya ako naman nilagyan ng pangalan kasi when I type HTML, okay, automatic may nagpop up na kaagad na code. So, you just press enter and yung HTML structure will be given to you. Okay? Magbabaksak mo lang kaagad doon sa code mo. Okay? Now, meron ditong ibang code na medyo hindi pa dapat nyo naman malaman na or parang medyo wag alisin muna natin para ma-less natin yung discussion. So, dito muna tayo sa structure ni HTML, which is the basic structure of HTML. So, here, we have here doctype.html. This is not a tag, okay? This is just something that would tell the browser what version of HTML you are using. So when you specify this doctype HTML, you're telling the browser that you're using HTML version 5. Okay? Version 5 ang ginagamit natin. Now, for the titles, you could just specify any title that you want. Let's say, for example, Subpol ang pangalan natin. Then, title must appear inside the head. Okay? Requirements yan, inside the head. Okay? Bali, ang hierarchy nito would be ganyan ang ayos niyan. Okay? So, sa loob ni head, there would be a title. Then, inside the HTML, you have there the body. So, para medyo maliwanag sa atin kung paano ba yung indention na nangyayari. Okay? Yung intention. So, ibig sabihin, HTML, then inside HTML, we have two tags, which is head and body. Okay? Both elements has what we call the closing tag. Closing tag are the element na merong slash. Okay? So, like for example, HTML, from here, this is the beginning of my HTML, and this is the closing of my HTML. So, that is the boundary between the first HTML and the HTML. So, dinedefine mo yung boundary niya. Now, from here is the starting head, and this is the ending head. Inside your head, you have their title. This is the beginning of your title, and this is the slash title. This is the reason ang tawag sa kanya is HTML. HTML stands for hypertext, hyper for the H, T is for text, markup, language. So, yung ginagawa natin ngayon, we are just making a markup. Mina-markup natin siya. Sinasabi natin that this part is the title. This is the ending of the title. Okay? Now, again, there are two elements inside your HTML, the head and the body. One element inside the head. Okay? Now, you could add other elements in the body. Example, we could use H1, okay, H1 for headings, meaning to say, like for example, if you're looking at the newspaper and you would see the large text in the newspaper, which is the news that day, that is the big news that day. So ang tawag natin doon is header, okay? Now, the biggest title na you would see, kung HTML ang i-develop mo, that would be H1. So let's say for example, welcome to my site. welcome to my site. Okay? Then slash H1. Okay? So that is H1. Now, if you want to add, like for example, lines, okay, you could add HR para magkaroon siya ng horizontal rule. Okay? Magkaka-line siya bigla. Okay? So what else? So we want to include paragraph on our document. So sabihin natin, this is my first paragraph. Okay? So if you want to add paragraph, you use the P tag or the paragraph tag or P then slash P. Okay? So what else? So let's say for example, we want to do a list. Okay? We want to do a list. Okay? So lagyan natin ng title yung list natin. So I'm going to use H3. So this is uh H1 is the largest. This is more much this is the we have okay, you could use heading. Okay, there are six types of heading. First one is H1, then followed by H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. H1 is the largest, then H6 is the smallest. This is in the middle size of the heading, which is H3. Now, let's say for example, we want to display to buy, then slash H3. Then we want to make a list, okay? List. So to make a list, we just add OL, okay, that is order list, and we specify the item, the list item. So the list item would be LI, okay? Then let's say, for example, we're going to buy paper, then slash LI. Then next is like, for example, we're going to buy a pen. So LI, then we're going to add pen slash LI. Then let's say folder, and there it goes, slash folder, then slash is sorry, slash li. Then we're going to close ordered list. So slash ol. Then we're going to save our work. Okay. Remember, it has a file name already. The file name will be index.html inside the folder name AIS. Okay. So I'm going to save it. Okay. So after saving it, you go to the folder, look for the folder, which is inside the desktop. Then inside the desktop, look for the folder name AIS. And there you go. You have the index and double click the index and it will appear to the browser. So this is the output that we have done in our, yeah, here's the code. And that is the output. Any questions? There any questions? Sige, go ahead. Jana Beatrice.
Naklik lang po, sorry.
Okay. So, okay. That's fine. So, there's no questions. So, I'm going, yes, Cesar.
Sir, ano pong code pwede ilagay para lumaki din yung yung this is my first paragraph?
So, what is the code that we could add to the this is my paragraph? So, remember, paragraph supposed to be not to be kumbaga, H1 is the largest heading in the document. That's why he was named as the header. Okay. Now, if you want to make your paragraph larger, okay, if you want to change the size of your paragraph, same as the size of H1, am I right? Same as the size of H1? Yes, sir?
Yes po.
So you could just change P to H1. For now, that nandito pa lang naman tayo sa HTML, you can just change it for instead of P, you just change it with H1 and you would see the result. That's it. For now, kasi later I'm going to teach you the CSS. Then wherein CSS is cascading style sheets. Cascading style sheets is the in charge for the styling of your web. Okay? In HTML, you're just going to create the foundation of the document. So dito wala mo nang papaganda, papalaki, papa-change ng color. So if you want to make your text bigger, I guess in HTML realm, you'll just use H1 instead of paragraph. Any questions? Okay, so let's proceed. So let's say, for example, you're going to add image. Okay, remember you add image on the activity na check ko na. You uploaded your document in 00 web host. That's the images. So let's say, for example, we're getting image in the let's look for an image, a cat. Let's look for a cat. Ano kayang cat dito? Okay. So let's use this one. So save image as, then look for, it will be saved here at download. And remember our document is in our folder is in the desktop, AIS. Okay. So I'm just going to name this one as CAT, then save. Okay, that's it. Okay, close na natin siya. And let's go back to our code. Okay, and now we're going to add a cat in a picture. Now to add image in our HTML document, we just use img without any closing tag. Img is what we call empty tag without a partner, not like this other tag which is HTML/HTML body slash. Img is an empty tag, wala siyang partner. Okay, we just use we're going to declare a attribute, okay, which is source attribute. Remember, attribute, then equals, then specify the name of the cat that I don't recall what's the extension name. JPEG yata. JPEG. Let's try it. Let's just check. So the extension name nakalagay dito is JPG file. Pero to make sure, I go to the property, and the extension name would be .jpg, small letter. .jpg, small letter. .jpg, and that's it. Okay. Make sure when you adding picture, for simplicity, make sure that the picture, the image, is together with your code. Okay? For you not to specify any path here. Okay? Para hindi ka na maglalagay ng path. For the meantime, the images and the code must belong to the same folder. Okay? Let's save this one and let's see the output. There you go. So we have our picture in our website. So let's say, for example, what else? We already have a picture. Let's create a link. Okay? Let's create a link. So when you create a link, href, then specify an attribute which is href. What href stands for is hyperreference, meaning to say you specify the URL. Okay, you specify the URL where you heading to. Okay, so let's say for example you're going to facebook.com. Okay, so you just write www.facebook.com. Okay, so tama ba yung URL ko? Okay, to make sure na dito siya babaksak, kopyahin ko to. Okay, kopyahin ko to. Kinopya ko lang yung URL para dito siya babaksak sa profile pics ko. Then I'm going to paste it here. Then close it. And let's say my profile. My profile. Then slash A. Yan. So, lakihan natin. Mahaba na yung code natin. Okay? So, I'm going to save the work. So, pag mapapansin nyo dito, guys, if this one is circle, meaning to say you are not yet, the work is not yet saved. Okay? You just click save, file, and then save, and you will see magiging X na siya. So, meaning to say, the code is already saved. Okay, you go back to the browser and then reload, and you would see the my profile. And when you click my profile, it will go to the URL, which is what's specified in the code. So, nakakalipat na siya. So, nakapag-create na tayo ng link natin. So, ang tawag natin dito sa link na to is absolute link. Absolute link. Kasi mismong URL address URL ang ginamit natin na location na pagki-click siya, dun siya pupunta. We could create another link na within the document lang itself. So let's say for example, save. Okay, save tayo. And let's try to create a new file. Then sabihin natin, this would be, let's name this page 1. Okay, save as page1.html. Okay, the name would be page1.html together with the cat and the index file. Okay, then I'm going to copy. So I'm going to copy this one and paste it here. And I'm going to remove this OL here. Yung sa akin. Tanggalin ko na yung OL. Ay, sorry. So, tanggal din natin to. Okay. Then, dito ko na lang siya ilalagay. So, instead of this is, sabihin natin, this would be things to buy. Siya na lang si things to buy, si H1. Then, let's remove this other tag. And the title would be page 1. And we'll just eliminate the picture of the cat and the link. Okay. And let's save this page 1. May na-miss pa ako? Wala. Okay. So, save natin. So, na-create lang tayo ng file. Then, let's go back to the code. And instead of index, I'm going to call dito. Tawagin ko na lang si page1.html. So, ayun na si paper pen, things to buy. Then, let's go back to look at the tab. The name of our tab is page 1. Then, punta tayo kay index. Si index, kahit na hindi natin di ba specify, kasi index naman siya. So, hindi niya tinanggap. Ayaw ni browser pa. Supposed to be hindi dapat magdi-display. But in the 00 web host, ganun siya mag-response. So, we just give the slash. Okay? So, index. So, bakit nandito pa rin tong things to buy na to? Kasi hindi tayo nag-save. Ayan o, nakabilog pa rin siya. Save natin. Then, click. Ayan. Supposed to be ganun. Itong my profile tas absolute link. Baba natin siya. So, para mababa natin siya, we just add BR tag. Okay, para mababa lang ito ng isa. Tingnan natin yung final, yung look niya. Ayan na siya sa baba. Okay? Then, para doon naman sa page na isa, para hindi tayo lipat na okay? Doon sa isa naman, page 1. Page 1. Okay? Yan na siya, si page 1. So, clear na tayo. So, meron tayong page 1, meron na tayong sample. So, this is the code na, not that one. This one. This one. So, for HTML and for page 1. So, ano yung gagawin natin? So, we create a link within a document. Link within a document. So, pag sinabi natin link within a document, the document is with the document na tumatawag. Kumbaga, magkasama sila sa same folder. The absolute link, lumabas na siya ng website. Ibig sabihin, lumabas na siya ng folder. Okay? Pumunta na siya ng Facebook. Okay? But this one, hindi siya lalabas. Within the folder lang din siya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, gagawa tayo ng link that would call another page. Page that is within the folder. Okay? So, kikreate tayo ng panibago. So, sabihin natin, again, then href, then specify what would be the name of our page. Of course, that is page1.html. You don't need to specify the fat anymore because it's with the same level of documents. Kasi magkasama naman sila doon sa folder. Okay? So, what will be the name or yung clickable that we could name this one? So, sabihin natin, page 1. Yun na lang yung i-click natin. Page 1. Then /a. Then that's it. Save. Lagyan natin ng BR. Okay? Lagyan natin ng BR para mag-next line, para magbaba siya. I'll save. And that's it. Page 1. Okay? Now, this time, i-close na natin tong isa na to. Yan. Kinlose natin. So, upon clicking page 1, it will go to page 1. Okay? Now, let's return to the code and let's go to page 1. Now, in page 1, let's create a link. Let's create another link. And this link would be able to go to the index.html. So, index.html. Then, we will say home or return. Return or home. Home na lang. Home, it's better. Home. Okay, so type na natin, then save. Okay, then we're going to reload. Okay, Okay, para yung changes would reflect to our browser. So that is the home tag. By clicking home, it go back to the index.html. Then if you're going to click page 1, it go back to the thing and blah, 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 blah. So ayun na siya. Naglilipat-lipat lang naman siya. So that is the target. Okay. Now, any questions before I go further? So if you have no more questions, let's try. If you want to change the size of your image, you could just use width and specify, let's say, for example, 300 pixels. Then save. Then reload. So lumaki lang siya ng konti. Let's add more. 400. Then reload. Okay. So lumaki yung image. So what's the reason but I'm not using height? Okay. Now if you accidentally add height that is not proportion to the picture, let's say for example, 600 pixels, then Save. Look what will happen to the picture. Okay, nadi-distort yung picture mo. Kumbaga, for those people na gusto magpa-sexy, that is the right move na ginagawa nila in their image. Hinahatak nila pababa. Pero sa totoo lang, when you are doing graphics, this is no-no kasi nadi-distort yung picture mo. Okay? Nawawala siya sa talagang size niya. Okay? So, supposed to be that is the size of the image. Kung ginawa natin kanina, nasisira siya. So, when you don't include the height to the when you change the width and you don't include the height, okay, it supplies yung the correct size of the height of the image. Okay? So, para hindi ma-distort, hindi maano yung picture mo, you just supply width. That's it. Any questions? Do you have questions? Okay. Now, let's create another one, another document. And this time, I'm going to copy this one. And we will name it forms. Okay. File, new file. Okay. New file. Then I'm going to paste it here. Then save as. Then after saving, let's name this one as form.html. Form.html together with index and page one. Form.html. Then instead of page one, I'm going to say this. The title would be form. And this would be creating forms. And we're going to eliminate this one. Eliminate natin to kasi wala naman tayo sa OL. Then, continue natin. Let's create form. So when creating form, you are going to use form tag. So inside your form tag is you specify the label that you want to add to your form. So for the meantime, let's say for example, I'm going to ask the user to enter name. So this is not yet a proper way of doing form, pero shortcut to. So para makagalaw lang tayo. Input, then specify in an attribute of type, which is you could choose for a variety of widget. Okay. For the meantime, we need just a text box, text, and I guess that's it. Okay. Then if we want to add buttons, okay, input again, input, then type, then there are there are three types of button actually. The first one that we're going to use is submit. Submit. Okay, submit button. Then I'm going to copy this line and paste it here and here. Then the other one is what we call the reset. Then the last one would be the button. Okay, button. We have to specify the name of the button. Okay, value just for button. Okay, so sabihin natin this one is a new button. Then I don't specify value for submit and resist because by default they have their own value. Okay, so to show you the outcome of what we code. Okay, so remember this is form. Okay, this is form. Wala pa tayong form. We just type here instead of index, we'll replace it with form to see the outcome. Okay, so this is the outcome. So this is the enter name. This is the text. Okay, this is the submit. Okay, submit, reset, and new button. We specify the name for new button. Now, if you want to change the default value for the reset, let's say for example, we want to make this one as clear and we want this one to be processed, just alter it using value. So let's save our work. And let's see what will happen. And that's it. It reflects to our code. Okay. Now, if you want to put this button below the text box, you could just add BR. Okay. Then save. Then there it goes. Okay. Gusto mo set, parang pangit pa rin eh. Yan na lang natin ang line. Mag-HR ka na lang sa. Okay. So that's it. We have our form. So working na siya. May form ka na. Now, to complete the form, of course, we have to add method. Method is equals to. When we say method, ano yung way natin para to gather the data using forms? So, sinasabi natin, ang method mo would be post. Okay? So, another attribute that you're going to add is what we call the action. Action tells you, right after you click the submit button, saan pupunta yung form? Saan napupunta yung mga data na ginamit natin? For now, we will leave that as blank kasi wala pa naman siyang pupuntahan. Kinukompleto lang natin. Okay? Pina-proper lang natin yung coding natin. Now, every time that you have, like for example, label, you specify the name label, then you would say it for, then para ba saan tong label na to? For, this is for name, right? So, sabihin natin for N1. So, ganun lang specify natin. N1. Then, you will enclose it with label. And what will happen? Actually, wala namang mangyayari sa code. Okay? Walang mangyayari sa code sa dilagdag natin, dito sa post, saka sa action, saka dito kay label. Walang mangyayari dyan. Ang ginagawa natin, okay na kanina, pero ini-standardize na natin. Tinuturuan ko na kayo kung paano yung proper. So, every time that there will be a label, ganito ang syntax niya. So, label for N1 label. Now, gumawa ka ng label para dito kay input. Okay? Gumawa ka ng label para dito kay input. Meaning to say, the N1 would be, para malaman niya para kanino, is ma-identify natin sino ba si N1. So, you just add attribute ID and you would name it N1. So, meaning to say, this label N1, okay, alam niya na it's referring to this line. Itong label na to, para dito pala yan kay text box na to. Okay? So, ganun lang naman siya. Okay? Ganun lang siya kasimple. And that's it. Proper na yung ano natin. So, do I have to specify label for our buttons? Actually, wala. Wala naman label yan. Hindi mo naman nile-label lang yan. Ang nile-label lang natin is text box. Okay? Questions? You have questions? So, if you have no questions, hinahayaan nyo akong makatakas, guys. So, I will push through to PHP if you have no more questions. Okay. So, I think very easy pa yung HTML for you. Okay. Now, we have our form and we have our enter name. Nandito, enter name. So, pag naglagay tayo ng pangalan dito, again, there will be no happening when we click. Meron pala. When we click clear button, it will clear out the name. So, meron na isang function tayo. It will clear out the name. Then, let's say, for example, add tayo ulit ng sub and we click process. Okay? So, mawawala lang siya. Pero actually, what happened there is, when you click the process button, this one, the submit, it will go to the action. Okay? And it will post whatever inside the text box. Pupunta siya dito. Pero for now, that the action is blank, there will be no action taken dyan. Okay? So, meron lang tayo dito na home. Actually, home natin is working. It will go to the index. Okay? And si index, lagyan natin siya ng something na papunta naman kay what do you call this? Papunta naman kay forms para nagkakatawagan sila. HTML, then sabihin natin, this would be my form. Punta siya doon. /A. Then save our work, and that's it. Okay, refresh. Oh, hindi tayo naka-ano. Now, let's try to make this, revise natin yung code. Gawin natin siya na medyo interesting na tingnan. I'm going to use UL. Last time I used OL. Now this time I use UL. Then inside this UL, going to create LI. But inside LI, nandun na si A natin. In-specify na natin si href sa loob niya. Then here, specify din ako dito ng LI. And here, specify naman ako ng LI. And inside here, LI tayo ulit. And this part /LI. And we're done. I'm going to close it with /. Ay, hindi ako sinundod. UL. Okay. UL. Okay. Then save the work. And going to refresh the page. And that's it. So medyo maganda-ganda na tingnan natin. Then we go to forms. Home. Home. This one. Lalabas na siya. That is absolute link. Okay. Back na lang natin. Okay. So currently we have our page working. Okay. So last one. Siguro discuss ako pa ng isa pang HTML. So guys, I would like you to study more with regards the attribute of the following elements na diniscuss ko dito. Kasi maraming klaseng element, maraming attribute na nilalagay dito sa loob. Maraming type pa yan. Pag-aralan na lang, baka mas kailangan nyo sa development. Now, if you want to study again, you could go to this link, okay? Pag-aralan nyo. So, yung link kanina, yung list na ginamit ko kanina, this one, list. Yan, yung nagawa tayo ng bulleted. So, marami pang option dyan. Pakibasa na lang para medyo madagdag sa learnings nyo. Okay? Okay. So, ano ulit sabi ko kanina? We're going to add another one. Okay? File new. And this time, we're going to create, kopya tayo para hindi na tayo mahirapan. Kopya. Lagay natin sa blanco. I-paste natin. And let's name this one as table. We'll create tables. Okay? Table. And creating table. Ang ilalagay natin dito. Creating table. And after creating table, we're going to remove this one kasi we're done with forms. And itong index still, dyan na lang siya. Okay? And in creating a table, you use table keyword, a table keyword, table element. Okay? Then /table. And after doing so, inside the table, you specify tr, which is table row. Inside your row, you're going to create your table data, td. Or let's say, for example, sabihin natin sa table natin, would the nice one na pwede natin lagay dito. Let's say, for example, we're creating name, okay, / then the other one is td, I guess, td, then let's say address, then /td, then another td, then what's next? The address, birthday. Kung gusto niya ilagay yung birthday niya, sige. So, Last one, meron na tayong name, meron na tayong address. Sabihin na lang natin is the occupation. Work. Yung work niya. Then, tapos na tayo doon sa unang table row natin. Okay? So, if we want to add another row, okay, paste lang natin dito sa ilalim. Table row. And, so sabihin natin, Sam Espino, okay, saan siya nakatira, saan yung address niya, Corazon, Calumpi, hindi ko na kumpletuhin kasi baka mamaya may mag-kidnap sa akin. Birthday, May 16, hindi ko na rin kumpletuhin, baka mamaya malaman niyo na age ko. Occupation, instructor, hindi ko na rin sabihin nasa NU kasi baka putaan niyo ako sa NU. Okay? Now, if you want to add another, okay, you just add dito. Pero I'm going to remove this one. So, kunyari blanco na lang muna siya. But if you decided to add data, okay, you could add here. And if you want to add row, you just copy. Remember, kailangan balance ha. We have 4 TDs. We have 4, kailangan 4 siya. So, I'm going to save it. Wala pa pala siyang pangalan. So, we will name it as table.html and save. Okay, table.html. Now, do sa index natin, idagdag natin. Dagdag natin dito sa ating menu. Okay, lagyan lang natin siya ng table. Yan, table. Tapos, siyempre, in the forms, my table na siya. Okay. Then, save our work. And let's go back to the browser. Let's go back to the browser, sample, and reload this one. This one, table. And ito na siya. Meron na tayong table. Some of you will ask, sir, ba't walang lines? Okay. Bigyan natin ng line. So, pala ng line. Dapat sinabi mo agad. So, if you want to add lines, you just specify border. And border is equals to 1. Based on your desired thickness of the border table. Okay? Yun na siya. Now, if you want to change the width of the table, sa parang siksikan, width, you could just specify again 500 pixels. Pag medyo maliit yan, mas mako-compress. Pero pag malaki yung 500, ayan, dadagdagan siya. Sir, bakit meron parang gano'n sa ilalim? Remember, blanco ito, di ba? So, lagyan natin ng value para hindi dumikit na gano'n. Save. Okay. So here, pinakikita ko lang sa inyo, if you want to create reports using table, this is how you do it. Okay? Kunyari, gusto mo, sir, pwede ba maglagay ng image dyan sa table mo? Pwede naman maglagay, kaso medyo mababago yung size natin. Babago yung size natin dyan. So, let's try to add another one. Sabihin natin picture. Okay? Dito, picture. Papakita ko sa inyo kasi sumusunod lang yung width ng table mo do sa content niya. So, dahil kahit na nakalagay tayo 500, pag sobra sa 500 yung size natin gagalaw. Now, dahil nagdagdag tayo ng isa doon, kailangan magdagdag tayo dito ng TD. Diyan sa dalawa. Okay? So, instead na instructor nakalagay, siyempre picture. And yung picture na gagamitin natin, kuhanin natin yung pusa. Yung, pero yung, kuhanin natin yung pusa. Yan. Then, lagay natin dito yung pusa sa table. Yan. Then, this time, sadyain na nga natin na yung width, gawin na lang natin 200 para maliit. Para hindi naman ganun ma-distort yung ano natin, yung table natin. So, save. Then, refresh. Ayun na yung pusa natin. So anything, any element, you can add it in your table. That's it. Ganun lang naman siya. So kung hindi ka pa nasiyahan doon sa size, you can just add 700. Save, then refresh. Yun, 700. Hindi ka pa rin nasayahan. Sabi mo yung border mo, parang kailangan medyo makapal, sir. 2 lines. Pero later on, makikita mo kung paano pa rin talagang magandang combination when you go to the designing your page. Okay? So we have our table, we have our forms, we have our list. List ang tawag natin dito, list. Okay? List ang tawag. Comment ko na lang. Ang tawag natin dyan is list. List ang tawag natin dyan. So that is comment. Ibig sabihin, walang mangyayari dito, hindi ito mag-appear. Okay, mula dito, ang start ng comment, and this will be the end of comment. So, nothing will happen. Now, bigyan ko kayo, if you want to alter yung behavior nung list mo, gawin mong capital A, type capital A, para kay pen and paper, save, home, then page 1. So, meron kang A, B, C. Na-alter natin siya. Yan. Okay, so, Roman numeral I, small I, small a. Pero if you don't specify anything, that would be number. Okay, home. This one, this absolute link natin. I-alter natin. Not that one. Sa index natin, UL, okay, type. So by default, that is disk. So we could use circle. Okay, we could use circle. Then reload, that it turns to circle. Now we could use another one, which is square. And for the meantime, ayun lang yung kaya niyang value kasi this is HTML. Wala pa tayo sa CSS. Yan. Nababago natin yung value. Okay? Questions? Di ako nakamonitor. May question ba? Sige, go ahead. May nagtaas ng kamay. Hindi ko nakita kung sino yung nagtaas ng kamay. So you just ask questions. Sige, go ahead. Sorry, sige, go ahead.
Sir, pwede po pa ulit ng dulo. Di po ako nakasabay. Di ko po alam kung ano yung nababago eh.
Alin bang dulo?
Yung pong square tsaka circle.
Ang nababago, ito. Can you see my mouse?
Okay po. Thank you.
Yan ang nababago. So let's say, for example, circle, square ang nakalagay ngayon for the meantime. So you could just change it to circle, save, and reload, and it will turn to circle. So only 3 options you can use in your UL. That is, by default, that the disk, yung bullet na maitim na bilog, then the square, and the last one is the circle. Questions? Okay, so far, that is HTML, and the rest, kayo na bahala mag-aral do sa iba kasi I know you can do it naman na. Now, for the main topic, which is the PHP, ang target natin kasi is PHP, not HTML. The reason why kaya tayo dumaan kay HTML is PHP is embedded inside HTML. Ini-embed lang natin si PHP sa loob ni HTML. So, it is wise to learn first HTML before going to PHP. Okay? Now, again, HTML is not a programming language kasi HTML is just a markup language. Kaya, hindi siya ganun ka-arte sa syntax. PHP is a programming language. So, pag programming language, it needs something that interprets yung instructions na gagawin natin. So, kaya kailangan natin ng tinatawag natin na compiler or interpreter. Okay? But this time, hindi basta-basta mag-work yung program natin without an interpreter. Not like this, yung kay HTML, basta may browser ka, si browser mo ang nag-a-act as interpreter. But in PHP, kailangan mo ng PHP interpreter. Okay? Kailangan mo ng PHP interpreter. So that is the time na you have to download SAM. Okay? Kailangan mag-download ka ng SAM. Kailangan install mo to doon sa computer mo. So pagka-install mo sa computer mo, definitely meron ka ng PHP interpreter. Okay? So again, kailangan meron kang SAM. So pagkatapos mo mag-install ng SAM, that's it. Okay? Now, ang requirements, when you install your SAMP, it will ask you, saan mo ba i-install yung SAMP mo? Okay? Sa akin, in-install ko yung SAMP ko sa Drive D. Yung sa inyo, by default, install nila yan by Drive C. Sa Drive C nila install. Ako, by default, nilagay ko siya, by default. I select, not by default kasi is Drive C, I select na to install my SAMP in Drive D. That is the reason, after installing SAMP, if I go to Drive D, okay, I would see SAMP on my Drive D. But if you don't change the path, okay, of the installation, by default, the SAMP folder would be installed in Drive C. So, kaya ang hahanapin mo, pupunta ka sa Drive C, tsaka mo doon hahanapin yung SAMP. Ako, change ko, pinalagay ko siya sa Drive D. Kaya dito ko pupuntahan yung SAM. Okay. Now, when you double-click SAM, look for htdocs. So, para familiar kayo doon sa docs, di ba? htdocs. Sir, parang familiar na ako sa htdocs. Saan ko nga ba natutunan yan? Doon sa web hosting. May htdocs doon or something na may tunog doon. Punta ka lang dyan sa loob. Okay? Now, this time, mag-create din ako ng folder dito sa loob ni htdocs. New. Then, I would name it same nung pinangalan natin. AIS. Tama ba? Accounting Information System. AIS. So, AIS. Then, ito si AIS. Okay? Dito ako gagawa ngayon ng code sa AIS. Kasi ba, ang requirements natin pag gumagawa ng document, laging index ang simula. Pero sinabi ko lang na ang path natin nasa Drive D, SAMP, htdocs, then create folder. Then doon ka dapat gagawa ng document mo. So let's move to our text editor. Okay? Sa text editor natin. And we're going to save, open muna a file. Open a file, then save as. Then remember, hindi tayo sa desktop magsasave. Hindi tayo sa desktop magsasave. Nasa PHP na tayo. Okay? Dahil nasa PHP na tayo, ibang location na ang paglalagyan natin ng data. Pupunta na tayo ng Drive D. Kasi ako sa Drive D ako naglagay ng SAM. Then we will going to look for SAM. And after doing that, look for htdocs. Then inside htdocs, you look for AIS. And this is the place where we're going to create a document. We will name our document as index, but this time, the extension name would be .php. Now, if you forgot to change the extension name and you use HTML, actually, there will be problems. Okay, there will be problems because you are now creating an PHP document and the extension name with HTML. So the compiler will not read the document because that is HTML. So in order for you to read, in order for the interpreter to read your code, you must add the extension name of .php. Okay, so let's save it. Now, then you save your file. You have there index.php. Okay. Now for index.php, this is how you do it. Okay. So one, you have to create a tag named PHP. Okay? So that is question mark and PHP. And if you want to end your code, just like if we're going to compare it with HTML, the closing tag would be question mark and this bracket, angle bracket. So this is the beginning of the PHP, and this would be the ending of your PHP. Okay? Now, let's try to display information in PHP. Now, to display information in PHP, again, guys, now the command that I'm going to use would be here, located here. If you want to study, okay, the commands that I use in PHP, pwede kayo dito magbasa. You just go here. Okay? Those the syntax, okay, basic syntax, then the comment, then how to use a variable. Nandyan yan. Pero ngayon, yung mga basic moves na gagawin natin, ako na muna magtuturo. Okay? Ako na muna magde-demo dito. Okay? Para medyo, if there's no questions, if you have questions, I could answer your questions. Okay, let's continue. If you want to display information, okay, using this programming language, which is PHP, you just write echo. Echo is a way of printing information in this language. Okay, echo. Then let's say, for example, hello world. Okay, so once you do this, you can say that you are a PHP programmer. Okay, so save. Then that's it. Na-save na natin. So meron na tayong hello, yung hello world natin pala mali spelling. Hello world. Okay? Then save. Now, how do we open this one? Okay? So pay attention to the steps that I'm going to do kasi hindi siya basta-basta na-open. Hindi siya basta-basta na-open. Not like nung HTML, type mo lang, then i-double click mo, ma-open siya. Now dito, double clicking will not help you. Okay? It will not help you. So the first move that you're going to do is remember, I told you to install SAMP. I told you to install SAMP. Okay. So after installing SAMP, okay, let's say for example you already installed SAMP, you're going to open the SAMP. Okay. You're going to open it and wait. Nakikita ba si SAMP? Feeling ko hindi. So stop share ko muna, transfer ako kay SAMP para makita nyo kung sino ba si SAMP.
Kita po, sir.
Kita. Sorry. Naka-share screen nga pala ako. Yeah, balik na lang natin sa dati. Mali. Kala ko lang usually kasi browser lang sinishare ko kasi mabagal yung access. But naka-share screen nga pala ako. Okay, sorry. So again, this is the SAMP. I double click it. After installing it, okay, you install it, then you going to load it. Then ayan nalalabas na SAMP. Now, hindi pa siya ganun. Okay? By default, ang nakalagay diyan sa SAMP nyo, ganyan na itsura pala yan. Sorry guys. So you have to start your Apache. That's it. Start mo lang yung Apache mo and okay na tayo doon. So once na start mo yung Apache mo, your computer will become a web server. Again, nung nag-start ka ng Apache, yung computer mo na bago, nag-iba siya. Ang tawag na sa computer mo ngayon is a web server. Bakit? Kasi naka-install dyan si Apache. So consider na siya as web server. Now, the only thing for your PHP to work is to convert your PC to a web server. And how does it happen? So para maging web server siya, you need to install SAMP. And when you install SAMP, there is a package of Apache in your SAMP that makes your PC become a web server. Now you have to start your Apache to turn your PC to a web server. Now that your PC is a web server, this is what you're going to do. Okay? So here, you're just going to type localhost. Localhost, and you will have an output of this, some Apache. Okay? Now, let's say, for example, you turn off your Apache. We turn off our Apache and we type localhost again. Type natin localhost. We turn off our Apache. What will happen? Let's see. So, medyo matagal siya kasi naghahanap siya. Pero supposed to be, mag-e-error din dapat eh. Kasi yan, nag-error siya. Kasi hindi naman na web server yung PC mo. So what is the solution? You go back to Apache, you go back to SAM and turn on the Apache. So once you turn on your Apache, your desktop, your laptop will become a web server. Balik na siya sa pagiging web server niya. Localhost, then enter. Balik na siya. Web server na siya. Now, to access the files that you have created, remember, localhost ang tinype natin, you just add AIS, the folder that we created. Okay, inside the folder that we created, we have their index.php. And you don't need to specify index.php anymore because that is index. You just hit enter and you will have their hello world. Okay? So, nagka-hello world ka na. Ayan na siya. So, programmer, PHP programmer ka na pag nagkapag-hello world ka. Okay? Any questions? Questions? So, none so far. So, meaning to say, magaan pa yung tinuturo ko. Okay? So, let's mix HTML and PHP. So, pag-mix na natin siya. Now that we have established already how to use PHP and how to make our computer a web server and how to save the file to PHP format, okay? Now, let's try to mix PHP with HTML, okay? Now, if you want to make your hello world bigger, we all know that H1 will make this word bigger. But if you add H1 inside this double quote, okay, the correct format is you had to add it inside the double quote. Then reload it. Then you would have hello world. So meaning to say, you could use echo, the command which is display, and inside the echo, inside the double quote, you have to, you can specify HTML tags. Okay, let's have another one. Copy and let's try to use a paragraph. And this time, P yung ilalagay natin kasi that is paragraph. P. And this one is P. Tapos sabihin natin dito, my first paragraph. My first graph. Okay? My first paragraph. So we can just add it. We just add it. Then we just save it. Then reload. My first paragraph. Wala pa lang S. My first. Okay? My first. Okay? Paragraph. Save natin. Yon. My first paragraph. Okay? So what else? Okay, so let's try to get this form, this one form. Kuhanin natin siya. Okay, kokopyahin ko siya. Kopyahin ko siya, yung form natin. Kopyahin ko yung form natin. And I'm going to create file here in AIS, which is htdocs. Okay, new. Okay, so dito na lang tayo mag-create. Medyo nasira ulo ko dito. Dito na lang tayo mag-create. Katabi, I'm going to close all the HTML file na ginawa natin before. Okay, to limit para malimit lang yung nakikita nyo. Then, itong HTML form, kinopya natin siya kasi balak kong kuhanin yung code ng mga forms niya. And later, i-close na rin natin siya pag paste ko. New file, then ipe-paste ko na dito. Tapong ko na tong form na to. Yan. Then creating form, okay pa siya sa akin. And index.html, so I guess, instead of HTML, punta na lang siya sa index.php. Doon sa isa. Para home, babalik na lang siya. Now, in the form, we have here action. We have here action. Okay, we have here action. So, for the action, ang gusto nating mangyari is, tanggalin ko muna to guys, na nakokomplikado yung utak ko natin pag nandyan yan. So, again, the action. Ang gusto nating mangyari, when we call the action, when we call the file na nandito sa action, when we click the submit button, it will call the action. Okay? And that action would be index.php. That action would be index.php. Okay? So, post, then pag-click niya ng process, tatawagin niya si index.php. Okay? And let's try to name this file as form, save as. Then, saan natin siya isa-save? Sa D, di ba? Sa D. Then, sum, htdocs, then AIS, then we would name it form.php. Pero dito, HTML ang ipapangalan ko sa kanya. Bakit? Meron bang PHP na code na? Di ba wala pa naman? Wala namang HTML, right? Ay, wala namang PHP dito. Puro HTML lang. So, ang apelido niya would be HTML lang muna. Okay? So, ang gusto nating mangyari, tatawagin natin siya dito sa IAIS natin. So, ang pangalan niya would be form.html. Okay? So, pag-click niya ng process, pupunta siya kay index.php. Nakapunta na siya sa index.php. So, kasi yun yung action natin. So, from index, okay, from form, nung nag-click ka ng process, napunta siya kay index. So, clear muna natin yung mga hindi kailangan na button kasi makakadagdag lang yan ng confusion. Again, nakapunta na tayo, nakalipat na tayo. Okay? So, ang gusto nating mangyari ngayon, okay, yung pangalan na itatype niya dito, makukuha natin sa kabila. Kumbaga, sasabihin dito sa index.html, hello world, welcome to my website. Sasabihin niya, welcome. Tapos, i-mention niya yung pangalan, welcome to my website. Sasabihin niya yung pangalan ng wine-welcome niya. Okay? Sasabihin niya dyan. Okay? Now, in order for you to get information from PHP, you have to create a global variable post. Okay? Global variable post. Okay? Now, si global variable post, nire-required siya na ano ba yung pangalan ng text field na pagkukuhanin natin ng impormasyon. So, di ba, ang pangalan nito is N1. So, kailangan specify mo na si N1 yung kukuhanan mo. Kukunin mo si N1. Pay attention, semicolon. Every time you create statement in PHP, you had to add semicolon. That would terminate the statement. Now, if you forget to terminate your statement, it will cause you an error. Okay? Now, side kay post, you have to create a variable. Okay? A variable is sort of a container wherein you could put our information on it. Okay? So, to create a variable, you have to add $sign and the name of your variable. Let's say, for example, my name. So that is the name of our variable, my name. So whatever you get from the information using $post with N1 in the text box, it will be saved to the variable name my name. Okay, my name. So that's it. Okay. Now you have to add here the $sign, dollar, dollar, then the variable name, which is my name. That's it. Okay. Going to save your work. Save your work. Okay. And this time, we had to go back to the form, refresh it. Okay. Sinave ba natin ang ating ginawa? Hindi. Hindi natin sinave ang ating ginawa. Baka pumaltos tayo. Index, sinave natin, save natin. Okay? Then we have to add the name, which is Sam Spino. Okay? Bakit may button pa tayo dito? Wala na tayong button ha. Diba? Save. Save muna natin. Then reload. Oh, yan. Yan lang itsura dapat ng form natin. Ulitin natin. So again, I'm going to type Sam Spino. Okay? Going to click process. Okay? If you click clear, it will clear out the name. So I have to type it again kasi kinir ko kanina. Then click process. So we have error encountered. So sinasabi niya undefined array key, which is N1 in line 3. So there is an error. Okay? Now, ID for N1. Ano ba yung ginamit natin? N1. Tama naman. Okay, let's try to add in line 3. So this is line 3. $post. Okay. So let me read the documentation regarding $post. Baka meron ako na miss out. Wala yata siyang lecture sa $post. Anyway, sige, troubleshoot ko na lang. Anyway, let's add name. Name is equals to N1. N1. Yes, Cesar.
Ano po, yung sa may N1 po kanina, di po ata apostrophe yung nakalagay. Kaya po ata nag-error.
Hindi naman. Apostrophe din to. Let's try double quote. Pero I have changes dun sa name. Nag-add lang ako ng name. Let's try index.php. Tama naman siya. From forms, papunta siya sa ano. Dito siya nag-error. So, what will be the error na na-cause ko? Anyway, try natin. So, tingnan natin kung ano yung changes na, ano yung error na na-cause ko. Let's go back. Okay, reload lang natin. Okay, reload. Then, let's try it again. Now, this time, Sam Espino process. Yan. Ang mali is the name. Or, let's say, let's get it back. Single quote natin para malaman natin kung yung single quote ko ba ang may error. Kasi nagpalit tayo doon. So, save. Let's get back. Reload. Enter natin para mabura. So, sinave natin yung work natin. Both are in excess. So, sabihin natin, Cesar. Okay, so process. So, ang error ko na na-commit is instead na ID, kailangan maggamit ka pa ng name para ma-recognize ka pa niya ng forms mo. So, use name, okay? Instead of ID. ID is more on if you want to manipulate your text in CSS. But in PHP, you have to use name. Okay? So, that's it. Na-transfer natin from forms napapasok natin ngayon to our index. Okay? Nagkukuha na tayo ng value. Okay? Now, let's try making this one. Let's say, for example, our form would be, where's the form? This one. We will add another one na form natin. Tayo. And instead of HR, BR na lang tayo. BR, and BR tayo dito. So, instead the name, ang hingi natin is number. Number, and enter a number. So, para hindi naman, enter the first number. So, hingi tayo na first number. Then this one is, hingi tayo ng second number. So, number yung hinihingi natin. Enter first number. So, we have to change the name kasi dalawa na sila ni N1. We have to change this one to N2 and this one to N2 for second number. Okay? Then, ang gusto nating mangyari is process, pero gusto natin, try natin mag-add. Add. You're going to add a 2 number. Then, save natin yung form natin. So, yung form natin would change into this one. I-change siya na ganito itsura. First number, second number, add. Pinagka-add daw yung dalawang value. Okay. Now, if we were going to add, of course, we could change our variable to num1 kasi number na siya, num1. Remember, every variable must have a $sign before the name. Okay? This is the requirements. So, dahil dalawang number siya, num2. So, this one would be n2. Okay? Then, let's try to say, let's try to say adding two numbers. Adding two numbers. Yun yung title natin. Adding two numbers. Then, gusto natin na meron siyang line. HR. Meron siya ng HR na line. Then, after doing so, sasabihin naman niya, first number is first number is, so yun yung first number. Then, for the second number, okay, second number. So, I'm going to change this one to num1. Okay, num1. And this one to num2. So, ganyan muna ang gagawin natin. So, tingnan muna natin kung effective bago tayo lumayo pa. Baka mamaya may ma-encounter na naman ng error si sir. At least, konti pa siya. Konti pa yung hanapan natin ng error. Okay? So, reload again. Reload. Okay? So, enter first number. Sabihin natin 12. Enter second number 13. Okay? Add number. Add. Then, the first number is 12. The second number is 13. So, luckily, wala tayong error na in-encounter. So, add tayo. Echo. Tapos, sabihin natin dito, gusto natin na magkaroon ng line, HR. Then, sabihin natin, inside the paragraph, inside H3 na lang. Sabihin natin, the answer is, so we're going to add the two numbers. The answer is, or the sum is, so, i-add natin yung dalawang number. Now, for this one, to add a number, okay, pwede yan na ganito. We're going to use another variable. Okay, another variable, this is $sign. And let's say, for example, the variable name would be ans. And we're going to add num1 to num2. Then, semicolon. Remember the excuse the $sign. And we have to add No, that. Sorry. If we want to know, yung pinakamadali na muna. Wag kayo ma-confuse. Dollar sign, ands. Okay? So, semicolon. Wala pala tayong closing H1, H3. Hindi natin na-close. Yan. So, save natin. Let's see what will happen. Save. Again, let's go back. Let's change this number. 10, 20, add. And we're now adding. We're now adding numbers. Questions? We're now adding numbers. Question. Questions? Now, if you have no questions, I'm just going to show you. Let's say, for example, you forgot to add semicolon. Look at this one, guys. You forgot to add semicolon here, and you save your work, and you go to the code, and naglagay ka ng value, 7, and 7, nag-add ka, syntax error. Then be careful, okay? Be careful. Kasi as simple as that would cause you error, okay? Simple as that. This one, let's say for example, we missed this one. Save. Okay, then add. Okay, so another error. So iba-iba yung sinasabi niyang error. So let's say for example, we missed the dollar sign. Save. Back. Then add. Another error. Line 7. This is line 7. Okay. So just showing you what are the possible problems when you forgot something in your document. Okay. HTML is very kind, very easy to use. Okay, while PHP is considered a programming language. Kasi dahil programming language siya, may interpreter involved. Okay? Now, meron ka lang mamali na isa, wala kang makikitang output. Okay? So, tama na natin siya. Add 14. Okay? Questions? Question? Do you have questions? If you have no more questions, okay, I think that's it for today. Sure kayo na wala kayong question? Dalawang bagay yan kung bakit wala kang question. 1, hindi ka naman nakikinig. 2, naintindihan mo siya. Pero feeling ko baka hindi kayo nakinig. Pero sa dami ko na diniscuss, sige, Atienza.
Sir, tanong ko lang po, yung ginamit po nating tool na, ano po ulit yun, sir? Yung Sublime.
Mhm.
Sublime. Pwede pong, gamitin din po yung Visual Studio Code.
Pwede Visual Studio Code, pwede naman. Pero mas
Okay po.
mabigat kasi yun eh, pag i-install. Baka mamaya may naka-laptop lang dyan na medyo hindi ganun kalakas yung laptop. Pag nag-add ka ng Visual Studio dyan, medyo mabigat siya. Pero pwede naman. Wala namang kaso.
Okay po. Thank you, sir.
Question? Meron pa bang question? So ako merong question. Sir, gusto ko nang mag-code. Kaso wala pa akong wala pa akong na-download na Apache. Is it possible na meron bang way na makapag-code ako? So that is the question. Dito natin question niya, Sir, gusto ko na mag-code. Gusto ko nang gawin yung sinasabi mo kanina. Meron bang other way na na wag na muna ako mag-install ng XAMPP at makapag-code na ako. Pwede naman, pero first, ang suggest ko is mag-download ka ng XAMPP kasi mas madali mag-develop sa baba kaysa sa taas. Now, the other option, remember, 'di ba, meron akong pinagawa na web hosting. So, tingnan nga natin kung naka-open pa ako, nakasarado na pala. Try natin mag-log out. Open ko lang yung web hosting account ko. Hindi pala nyo nakikita. Okay, share ko na lang ulit yung screen. Share screen. Pause. This one. Okay. So, yan. Ano siya. Okay. So, I'm going to log in using my Google account. And let's see kung magiging successful pa siya. I'm going to choose my other account. Ito pala yung account ni Cedric. Iyaha ko yan mamaya. So, tingnan natin kung makakapasok yung account ko. Kasi kanina, naglolo ko siya. So, again, ba't natin ito ginagawa? Sir, ginagawa natin to kasi meron kang di ba? Meron kang 00 web host and you want to start yung PHP learning na tinuro ko kaagad. Ngayon, ano ka na. Sir, gusto ko nang gawin yung ginawa natin kanina. Diba naman to? Ilang click na sa manage. Yun, medyo delay lang. Then, punta ako ng file manager. Okay. Public HTML, this is the counterpart of htdocs. Pasok ka lang doon. Hindi ko alam kung marami pala akong activity dito. So, meron na din akong AIS yata. O, meron na rin. Click na lang tayo gawa na lang tayo ng panibago folder. So, let's create another folder. Okay tayo, 3A. May 3A na ba? Taken na. A1. Yan. So, A1, hindi pa taken. So, nandun sa right side taas. So, inside A1, okay, we're going to upload yung files na ginawa natin kanina. Okay? So, to upload, upload files. Select file. Then, nasa drive D yun. Huwag papalindang kasi drive, ano yan. Sa drive D, nadun din yun sa drive D, tapos SAMP. Yun, SAMP. Tapos, inside SAMP, si htdocs, AIS. Kuhanin natin itong dalawa na to. Ito. Kuhanin natin yan. Okay? Then, upload. Okay? So, supposed to be, dapat baligtad kasi. Dapat supposed to be itong forms. Ito yung index. Tapos itong index, ito yung page na magdi-display. Magkapaligtad sila. Kasi, once this happen, ang unang mati-trigger is itong index.php, which is, this is the result. Supposed to be forms to be the one na maging result. So, ang gagawin natin, we try to rename this file to page or result.php. So, siya na si result. Then, si form would be our index. Pagpapalitan na natin sila. Nagkabaligtad tayo ng naming kanina. Okay? So, rename. So, palitan natin to. Gawin natin tong index. Again, pwede siyang .html. Kasi nga, form lang naman siya. So, si result.php, index.html. So, ang babaguhin ngayon natin is yung index. I-edit natin siya. So, edit. Kasi, yung tinawag niyang action dito, si index. So, supposed to be dapat si result ang tatawagin niya. Okay? Now, that's it. Save natin. Okay, so na-save na natin yung file natin. Okay, meron ba akong web host dito na nakabukas? Okay, ito. I-click natin para mabukas yung web host ko. So, by default, yan yung nakalagay sa web host ko. Pero, dahil nasa folder siya na ang pangalan niya is A1, enter natin. Ayun na yung forms na kinreate natin kanina. Yan na yun. So, first number, sabi ko 34, and this one is 35. Add. And we have 69. Ganda naman ang number natin. 69 pa natapat. Okay? So, kung wala ka pang web hosting na naka-install dyan, si 00 web host mo is already a web host. Kaya nga, web host, ano na siya, web server na kagad siya. So, pag may assignment tayo, you're just going to give me the link, then I could check the assignment. Okay? So, question? Question ba? So, kota tayo ngayong araw na to. Okay? And I think that's it for today. Kung wala nang question, pakisagutan na lang yung quiz na nag-pop kanina. Yung activity siguro magbigay ako pero ang deadline nun would be next week na. Okay? So that's it for today. Okay? See you guys.
Thank you, sir.